Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is today's Tuesday, and it's build day 301. Yes, build day 301 on the construction schedule out here at Feliz. Well, anyway, this morning we have the things that were going on yesterday, same things as yesterday. We have the railing going on. Our carpenter's working on the front for the deck railing system on the front patio. I think we're also getting some work done as well on the lanai. I think we have two teams working on deck railing this morning. We are fixing, as you see back here, those patches inside the fence before the landscapers can go ahead and push the dirt up against it. They are doing the final finishing, and we'll do the paint coat. They've already done it to one of the sections on the very end, and then they can complete working on that section so that we can start putting down sod, some topsoil and sod there. Also, the landscapers here as well, they're continuing to move all that massive amount of concrete out of this area so that we can do a leveling, put topsoil down, put some sod down. And Ness did some negotiation this morning with the landscapers for what needs to be accomplished for her Zen garden over in that corner of the bunkhouse area where they are cooking. That's going to be a challenge because once they start doing that, it means that the bunkhouse area has to go somewhere. We will have to relocate it. Inside the house, some finishing going on, some of the stair work being done. Stair work being done. Oh, that's beautiful. And we'll go and we'll try to capture that. Up also on the second floor, there should be some work being done again today in the master bedroom suite, the CR, the bathroom area. So we will continue to monitor that throughout the day as well. So anyway, let's go ahead and get today started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. So what I would just want to do, I want to reiterate what I said in yesterday's episode. In case today is your first episode and you're wondering, this is new to you, My PI Dream is a new adventure for you to take a look at. And today we're talking about landscaping. Of course, we're doing a regular house build here at Villa Feliz, but we're also talking about landscaping. Yesterday what we talked about was the need to make sure that you have proper drainage in your yard. And what will happen is during a construction build, a lot of the construction is done on your lot, in the lot. And they will do the mixing of the cement. Then what happens after from cement and from cooking and burning debris and things like that, it settles into the ground. And then what will happen is a lot of times the crew that comes in and does the grading, they'll cover right up over that. Then you get things like this. This is it. I pulled this up from the ground. We're digging. We're using a pick and rakes, and what we're doing is we're getting this layer because if any type of water tried to drain here, if it rains, it will go right on the top of this concrete. It won't penetrate through, and you have no drainage. What will happen is a segment of your yard will flood. Your grass will die, your shrubs will die, and you will have an unsuccessful lawn. To prevent this, the optimum thing to do is not to do any of the mixing on your lot. Unfortunately, a lot of places you can't do that. There's no available public place for you to do the mixing. They try to do it as close to the build, as close to the side of the house as possible. So what you have to do, you have to be careful at the end of the build that you go back up and you have to go down. You have no idea how far down this is. A lot of this because it's been covered up already once. And there's several layers of cover up of all this concrete. So we are going to, is what we're doing today, is we're removing as much as possible so that we have probably 60-70% more drainage capacity once all this is removed. Again, remember, this is just like if you do a mud deck in your shower, you're trying to keep water from going through and going to the next floor down. Well, this is a mud deck of your yard, and this is a bad thing. So make sure you get up all of that residual concrete as much as possible so that you have no flooding, you have good grass, and you have good shrubs, and you have a successful lawn. So it's a little after 10, which is our first break of the day. Even I needed a break today. We are knocking out a lot of this problem that we have here with the embedded concrete and the embedded waste from a year's worth of construction out here on the construction site. But it's a must. It has to be done so we can have a successful front yard. Let's go ahead, while it's break time, let's go ahead and do a real quick walkthrough while it's quiet so we can see what's being done here in the house. Of course, you can see on the front, all the pieces of the composite wood are being cut and prepped for installation. So I imagine by the end of the day today, we'll at least have 1 or 2 rails, maybe even 3. Depends on the motivation of our carpenter on the front for that to be done. Inside the house, we see a mess in here, which is because we're still working on the stairs up here. When I spoke with my carpenter, I wanted to make sure that the connection between this post right here and this up here is done properly. There's a recommended method. It's basically a screw that goes through here, so something like a hex head screw. You drill a hole and it makes a connection between here and the post, between the handrail and the post. And he said yes, they normally do it like that. And so he said he will do that. So we will have, and this is just an additional support. Remember, this whole thing is going to be connected via some iron, but the iron work that doesn't attach to this portion right here. So we want to make sure that we have good adhesion right here. Let's go up on the second floor and see what's being done up on the second floor. One of the subscribers, I read a comment this morning, said he was interested in knowing, did we get the blinds installed on Sunday? And yes, we did, and I captured some video for that, so I will push that right now. That was the install of the blinds on Sunday. Let's do a quick drone overview and see what the grass looks like from way up there. So it is the end of the day. I am not going to do a wrap up because we've pretty much followed everything that has happened today as it has happened. And this is a very short video today because there's only so much that I can show for people putting sod down and putting up a couple of posts and some of the deck railing. Not much else going on except for a little bit of finishing. Anyway, that being said, we're taking a look at some of the fascia up here with the finish that they have. And I don't know if you can see, but we have lots of cracking going on here. So we're going to address that to see why it's cracking and what we can do to fix it. So we'll get that, and we'll see what the resolution will be on that. Well, it's about a quarter after 5. It's the end of the build day today. Nessa's in the back. The landscapers are still here. I'm not sure why. I think they're trying to get as much of the sod laid as possible. And Nessa's back there talking with the owners of the landscape company. We're talking with them about the plans for the Zen garden and what's supposed to be done in the front yard up here. I said we weren't going to talk about anything. We weren't going to do a capture today. But we are going to do a little bit of a capture. Something that took some hours today is my carpenter. He built a piece of wood that went between, let's see if I can show you. It's actually the railing. And I asked earlier, I wanted some ironworks that connect from here to here to here to here to fill in this gap here. And he spent part of the, all of the morning, and he built something that went from here, basically handrail that went from here to here. And I didn't think it was going to work, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I said, well, maybe I will think out of the box, or maybe he's thinking out of the box, and we'll see what he comes up with his imagination. Well, it really didn't look very good at all. I can't find the wood. The wood is not here. So we had to pull it down, but that was the first half of the day. And it's kind of unfortunate because the first half of the day could have been used to install that door jamb in the garage. Remember, we are on hold for the beginning of the construction of the garage door based upon the installation of the door jamb. It was supposed to be installed today, the door jamb, but it got put off because the focus from our carpenter was this area right here, the handrails and the posts inside of here. Well, we will be doing, I'm hoping, first thing in the morning, the priority should be working on that door jamb. Once we get the door jamb in, we can call the carpenters out from the people who are making our garage doors. They can do the final measurement, and then that's when the clock starts ticking for completion of that, and they said 1 month. I'm hoping they can expedite and get it done much quicker, but it is what it is, and we need a door down there, so we're kind of stuck with that time frame. So we'll be flexible. Well, Nessa's still back talking to the landscape folks, so I guess me, Hapone, and Mary Ann will close out today's episode. Again, it's a short episode today, but hopefully there was some interesting information from today's. And again, it is a progress report. It's a calendar. It is an archive of what's happening day to day here at Villa Feliz. So, like I said, I'm going to close for now, and tomorrow is another day. So if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You will be subscribed and you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until tomorrow, you have a wonderful and blessed day.